Hello students, welcome to Rathod Science Academy. Today in this video, we are going to see one interesting topic of Anthropology Paper 1. It is related to Ecological Anthropology. This Ecological Anthropology deals with how humans adapt to the new environment. And already in the last video, I clearly explained what exactly the difference between acclimatization and adaptation. Acclimatization is the temporary changes that we can see in our body to the response to the new environment. But in this adaptation, it is a permanent change, and that change can be transmitted to the next generations, right? And in the last class, we discussed about ecological anthropology related topic of how humans will adapt to high altitude. And now we are going to see about how humans will adapt to heat. Okay. To understand this, again, we have to know some basic geography concepts. I'll explain that. And after that, I'll relate this basic geography concepts with this ecological anthropology. Okay. If you see, from where we'll get sunlight or heat, heat is received from sun. Sun is only the source from which all the planets in our solar system will receive this heat. Okay, whenever we are receiving heat from the sun, we'll get direct rays on this tropical region, and this temperate region and polar region will receive slanting rays. So because of this, there is heat mostly concentrated in this tropical region. Tropical region will receive more amount of sunlight compared to that of temperate and as well as polar region. Especially people who are in this tropical region, and even we have arid regions. Arid regions are nothing but the regions which will receive very low or less rainfall, intermittent rainfall. In that regions, the temperature is very high, especially daytime temperature is very high. And even in that locations, there will be very high evapotranspiration. You know about evaporation, right? Whenever we are heating something, that will be converted from one form to another form and it will evaporate. Normally, if you take water, if you are heating water in a bowl, after some time it will be getting heated. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. At that temperature, water will be converted into vapor and it will be moving in the upward direction. It is called as evaporation. Transpiration is nothing but whenever the temperature is high, our plants will also lose water. But how? Under the leaf, we have openings called as stomata. From this stomata, there will be loss of water happens in this plants. It is called as transpiration. So in this arid regions, whenever we have very high day temperature, we can see there will be high rate of evapotranspiration also. And people who are living in these regions, either in tropical regions or arid regions or in hot deserts, they will try to adapt to this environment. Okay, for example, let us take, I am planning a tour in summer season to this Rajasthan. And you know, Rajasthan temperature is very high because we have Thar desert. For example, we plan to go to this Thar desert in summer season. Then what happens? Whenever we go there, immediately we'll feel some kind of things which will be happening wrong in our body. We'll be getting sweat, your dress will be getting wet. Yes, and you can't able to sit, dehydration can happen, sunstroke. Yes, so all these are the temporary changes that happens in your body, and those temporary changes are called as acclimatization. And if I plan to settle there in Rajasthan, and after centuries I can see the changes will be happening in my next generation. So those kind of permanent changes are called as adaptation. First, initially, let us see acclimatization. What kind of changes happens? First one is vasodilation happens. To understand this, again, we have to know one more concept of geography. I think you might have heard about this heat budget. What is this heat budget? In your climatology chapter of world geography, you will be seeing that concept. Normally, whenever I take my anthropology classes, whatever the concept which comes, I will deal with all the concepts like either geography concepts, environment related concepts, society concepts, and polity concepts, history concepts. I will show everything in videos, and as well as I'll tell the concept clearly. Then only you can appreciate what exactly I'm saying. Then only you can understand what I am explaining here. Okay, then only I can make make justice to whatever the amount that you paid for my anthropology class. Okay, so if you see the heat budget, what happened in this heat budget? Our earth will be receiving insolation from the sun in the short wave radiation, and what happened? Our earth will be reflecting back, so that the amount of energy received is equal to the amount of energy lost. That is called as heat budget. In the same way, if a person who is in the desert region, and if that person is getting high amount of heat from the sun, if that body is receiving the heat, in the same way that body has to reflect this heat back. Yes or no? So for that reason, what happened? Body will start radiating heat outside the body. At that time, what happened? There will be the vasodilation. Vasodilation is nothing but vascular or vaso word deals with blood vessels. There will be dilation of blood vessels will happen. Because of this dilation of blood vessels, on the skin also we have small capillaries. Even if you are getting any cut on the skin, you can see the blood. Yes, blood will come out. That means there will be the supply of blood to your skin through the small capillaries of blood. There are nothing but very small blood vessels will be there on your skin. Then what happened? Whenever you are receiving more amount of heat, whenever your skin got heated, what happened? There will be the vasodilation of this blood vessels. Because of vasodilation, what happened? And on your skin, you will be seeing a small pores if you keep your skin under microscope. Those are called as sweat pores. And because of this vasodilation, the sweat pores will open. Because of this, what happened? You will start producing sweat. Whenever you start producing sweat, what happens? That sweat will try to cool your upper surface of the body. That means your skin will starting like getting cold. At that time, normally I think you might have experienced this in the peak summer. If you got full sweat and if there is any breeze of air which comes, means you'll feel very relaxed and you'll feel very cool. What happened at that time was already vasodilation happened in your body, sweat pores got opened and the secretion of sweat already started and your surface got already cooled, and if you're getting any air breeze, you'll feel like relaxed. Okay, the first thing happens in your body will be like vasodilation. Because of this vasodilation, there will be increased sweating. Because of that, what happened? Now, there will be reduced burden on your heart. So, whenever you are feeling excess heat, whenever your skin is getting heated, what happened? There will be increased pressure on the heart. Why? Because heart has to pump lot of blood. It has to supply lots of blood to the blood vessels, because the blood vessels got dilated. Dilated means nothing but there is increased blood vessel size, and now it is increased pressure on this heart to pump more blood for this dilated blood vessels. So there will be increased. So once the sweating done, once the surface of your body get cooled, means again there will be strain. There will be reduced strain on your cardiovascular system. And slowly what happened? The salt secretion will be also be controlled. Initially your body will release more amount of salt in the sweat, but slowly that will be controlled, because your body also has to take care of especially electrolytes in your body. If the more sweat is happening, if more electrolytes are losing in your body, obviously you will face dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. That will be a great threat for the humans. So here slowly whenever the sweat is controlled, salt excretion will also control in your body. So these are the initial temporary changes which happens in your body. And next, now let us see what will be the permanent changes. In permanent changes, in adaptations, you have to see permanent changes that happens in your body and even the culture adaptations you will do. First one is your adaptations related to your body, that is biological adaptations. What happens? there will be increased number of sweat glands in your body. On your skin, the number of sweat glands will be increased over the time. And next one here is there will be increased limb size and as well as ear size. Why? Because as I said, whatever the heat you are receiving, whatever the heat which is received by your body, it has to radiate back. So for that, we need to have the large surface area. And again, in our last class, we discussed about Allen's rule and Bergman rule. What this Allen's rule and Bergman rule said? People who are living in the hot regions will be having long and slender body. People who are living in the cold climates, their body size will be reduced, right? So here over generations, the size of the limbs and the ear size will be increased, and even there will be slender bodies of the people. And next one is there will be reduced heat generation. Already outside there is more heat, right? If you are generating more heat in your body through the process of metabolism, what happens? There will be excess heat. It is not good. So slowly, the heat generation in your body will be reduced. So these are the permanent biological changes happens in a body who are adapted to this hot climates. And now let us see the cultural changes. If you see the culture changes, we will try to build a house with more space, with proper ventilation, and as well as the roof which will cools the environment inside the home. Especially normally if you go to villages, we have thatched houses, we have huts, etc. And we have good ventilators at the top so that they want to control the room temperature also. And next one is clothing. Will we wear dark color clothes or heavy clothes? For sure, no. We will try to prefer light color clothes, and that too cotton clothes mostly in the summer season. And next one is diet. We will not try to take heavy food, because if you are taking heavy food like biryanis in the summer season and stomach full of food, what happen? That will generate more amount of heat in your body that we cannot tolerate. So because of this, we'll try to take the food especially which is having more water content. Like we'll try to prefer sambar over biryani. We'll try to take more amount of buttermilk, lassi, and as well as fruits which are having high water content. And next one is activities. If you see the activities, during the daytime, people try to avoid outdoor activities. They will try to do indoor activities. So these are the some culture changes that will be seen in the people who live in this hot climates. So this topic is very important, and from this ecological anthropology, every year one question. It may be like 10 marker or 20 marker or 15 marker can be asked in your mains case. Okay, and this topic is having high weightage and is one of the repeated theme of UPSC. And one more thing I want to say is we are going to launch new batch of anthropology from August 3rd, guys. And I will be dealing with both paper 1 and as well as paper 2, and I will deal each and every topic from basic level to advanced level, and I'll show lots of videos, I'll give you lots of examples, and I'll show images so that the concept will be very clear, guys. And I'll be giving you the flow charts in the class, diagrams in the class. Apart from the class notes, I'll be also giving you the printed material for paper 1 and as well as paper 2. And even I'll give you 40 years of PYQs of this UPSC Anthropology, that too topic wise. And I'll give you blueprint, and the duration of this course is 3.5 to 4 months with daily answer writing practice and weekly test, guys. And we are providing this course both on online and offline, and the validity of this course is 1 year, guys. So if you want to join this course, please do contact us on this number 8074765513. And if you want to meet me directly, you can come to our office which is located in Ashok Nagar, Hyderabad, and you can take admission. Already the admissions are open, admissions are going on, guys. Try to join as soon as possible, and I hope I'll meet in the class soon, guys. Okay, I wish you all the best.